On Wentz. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40.
Right there, 54, right there.
On play action, it's Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Play action. Now Wentz. Finding room inside the 40. And he'll find Hall. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. Takes the starch right out of him.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Wentz going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way,
and he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Alpha. Let's go. Check 99. Check 99.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Now Manning. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jerome Baker in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Another try after the first down sack. Manning under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jerome Baker in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Watch the screen. Pass.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike. Yo, go. Mike's 57.
From the gun, it's Manning. And Thomas has it. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down.
Well, I think everything was impressive about that one, except they didn't get a first down. But I like their field position now after that play.
Yeah, now you got a pretty makeable field goal opportunity. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down.
That's going to be a long day.
Go.
Kill.
Any weapon.
Kill. Turn up.
Ready.
They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
47.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Wentz. He's going to air one out. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
57's the mic. 57.
So after the INT, it's Manning. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
70, Indy. CROSSTOWN travel. Hey, Charlie. Get it.
Now Manning. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jerome Baker in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Hey, wahoo!
Hey, man. Watch the boot. 57's the mic. Mike 57. Here we go, D. Hey, just...
Now.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Manning. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Bravo.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He hits blue. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Wentz now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
61, matchbox lights.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room to roam now. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Wentz now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. From 10 yards out, the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
49ers,
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Now Manning gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Manning now on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. On second down now. It's Cannon, and good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Here's Manning to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Small.
57 Mike. Mike 57.
I got it. 57. Mike, 57.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
They do go for it. It's Manning. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Throwing on first is Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing is Wentz. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
On the set.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Come on, go.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Coming.
Lee Griffin.
To throw is Manning. Thomas has got it. Complete. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Michael Thomas, an even 90 yards. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they?
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
Now they have to take advantage. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, Delta.
The mic, boy. 51.
Get it.
Throwing now is Manning. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 22. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll run on first down. Callaway, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Sunday.
Now Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, L.A. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Hey, Haywood!
On first down, Manning. He gets it to Thomas. The 30, 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And fights through one man. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on it.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Score, Tokyo! Hey, Alpha!
Wentz going to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 14. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal.
Mike 54. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Mike 5-4.
We're 5-2. On here.
Wentz. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. From 4 yards out. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Badgley on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score. Chargers 42. 49ers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second. Recon,
132 fighter. Hey, high 7. Shoot.
Manning. Going up top. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Squeeze.
Switch.
5.
On 2nd down, this is Cannon. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Kill.
Hey, exit. Let's go.
They'll run again with Cannon. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
You're out.
2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Now.
We got motion. Back up.
Here we go on 4th down. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. I love those plays. 4th and 1, that's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
To throw, it's Manning, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Hey, pick your game up.
Mike's 57, 57.
Throwing again. Manning. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jerome Baker. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, Charlie.
57. Mike, 57.
Hey, tight.
57 to Mike. 57.
Yeah. Hit it.
From the gun, it's Manning. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 35. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Go.
1st and 10.
Get it.
Shotgun now for Manning. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
57's Mike.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Y'all not ready.
Yep.
57.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
57's the Mike. Watch 57.
Stop your whining. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Here we go.
Look at me. Zipper. Say go.
Manning again here on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jerome Baker in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Ready up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Manning to throw for it on 4th. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
57.
Wentz to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running.
That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Did you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because...
You're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
It's a loss of 14 that time. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Look at me. Go.
Here's Cannon. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Go.
So the fumble recovery, and now Manning. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Smooth.
Mike's 57's Mike.
Not here.
Hey.
Mike 57.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
57.
Ready.
Manning indeed going for it on 4th. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Oh, he's got a breakaway for Michael Thomas. Past the 20. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Ready, break.
57's the Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Watch the screen. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
Lead grip.
Now Manning. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time. And now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.